nephew about marriage and dating stuff. So I was like, look. I mean, that's my nephew, but I can't, make him, So, but just dating tips, any dating tips that you would like to give?
Yeah, I don't want to incriminate myself. You know what I'm saying? But be yourself. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you got to do too much to impress her or him, you know what I'm saying, then that might not be your lane. You know what I'm saying? You might not fit into that, into that puzzle piece, so to speak, right? You may not fit in there. Be yourself, number one. So that you can attract people that you naturally attract, right? Or people who are naturally attracted to you. And that only happens with, first and foremost, you just kind of being yourself. That's number one. And fellas, man, if you like her, go talk to her.
Yeah.
You don't gotta yo baby. You know what I'm saying? But hey, get to know her name, with something about her, compliment her. That's about it, man. Just be yourself and go talk to her.
Absolutely, and I want to say something to the young ladies. Know your value. Bump all this stuff on social media. And let me say, social media not real. 80% of those photos of all the Insta baddies or whatever, a lot of that's AI and Photoshop and a lot of editing, okay? Everything is not real on social media. Know your value.
Right.
Women, know that you are the prize. I'm gonna say it, all this new school stuff, the man is the prize. No, he not. You're the prize. Know your worth. I'm gonna take a page from Steve Harvey. Like I said, we keep it PG-13 here. The 90-day rule. Ladies, know your worth. If he really likes you, 90 days is a breeze. But if you just a little, I'm just trying to add you to the belt, another notch. Girl, we ain't waiting. But if he really, really cared for you, 90 days is nothing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Wait and wait.
But this is the hookup generation.
Yep.
Right? We want everything instant. We want that instant gratification, man. So it's hard nowadays for these youngsters out here. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is instant gratification.
Yep.
Yeah, girls, I would say to the ladies, hey, slow down.
Slow down.
Before something happens that completely derails your life for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? We're older now. We're in our 40s and 50s, so we've had 30 plus years of being an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you only, as a child, you may get 20 years, 21 years, 22 if you're lucky.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna live the next 40 or 50 as an adult, so why throw away that valuable gift of being a youngster, being a child, being a young man or a young woman? Why throw that away and force this adulthood on you long before it's your time? Let me tell you, and we got good jobs, right? There's nothing glamorous about being an adult. You know what I mean? So stay young for as long as you can, and ladies, and slow down, and young men, just have respect for these young girls out here as well. Something my grandmother taught me.
And that's it, man. Be respectful. Now let me go on the other end of the pool. Let me talk to some of the ones that, to the streets, some of them that just don't care. And I'm gonna be real straight with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sophisticated guy, but I do know both sides of the ball game. So this is what I tell the ladies. For the one, I don't wanna wait, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. It's my body, your choice. I supported the Me Too movement. You are correct. You can do what you want with your own body. However, I said that to say, ladies, if you're gonna get played, don't get played weak. Just know the game, okay? So just look out for the red flags. If you're gonna play yourself like that, know what's good, okay? If, I'm talking to the grown folk, ladies, if you can't visit his home, red flag, okay?
Girls, if he can't call you, if all he can do is text you, that's a problem.
It's a big problem.
That's the problem. Yeah, there's a lot out there. There's a lot into that.
Also, ladies, if the dude is broke, don't let him move in with you. Come on, because you're not his woman, you his mama. Okay? I'm going to say it. Real grown men should not be mooching off a woman. I'm saying that. I can go with the 50-50, you know, and doing things here and there, but just totally a healthy man, a healthy grown man not working, living off a woman is not cool, it's not player. So like my brother Tyler Perry said, baby girl, you can do bad all by yourself, okay? So if you're gonna get played, don't get played weak. Also,
Go ahead.
come on, man. Also, and I'm gonna jump on the other end of the pool, man. Look at the red flags. I'm not here to judge nobody. I love everybody. But baby girl, if he got 6 kids by 6 different baby mamas, and you think he's gonna be with you forever, you might want to rethink that. Like I said, I don't want to turn into no hater because I'm married now, but if you're gonna get played, don't get played weak, and that's all I'm gonna say for you.
And I will kind of say what I think a lot of people might be thinking, right? Girls, you can't just come to the table with, you know, he got to have this and that, he got to have, you see what I'm saying? Because what do you bring?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's not to alienate anybody, but that's saying, hey, let's look at the difficult issues that life is presenting. And sometimes maybe we don't necessarily want to deal with the fact that a lot of women want a man to have this and this and this and this and that before they can be with them. Well, what do you bring to the situation? Because if all it is material, if all you're looking for material, well, how do you support that individual emotionally?
Mm-hmm.
How do you support that individual mentally when things are tough for them, right? How do you support them in a practical day-to-day basis, right? When he's tired or you might be tired, right? Are we working together to get that meal made? Are we working together to keep these bills down, right? It's a lot more than just throwing it on the young man and saying he's got to come with $100,000+ job before I can even think about it, right? It's a two-way street.
And that's it. And it goes both ways. And like I always say, and I normally, for me, I'm normally talking to the ladies. They normally ask a lot. The fellas, they usually just keep it simple, man. How's the married life? You know, how do I know when I find a wife? You know, and I give them things like that. And women that's looking to be married, carry yourself as a wife now. Okay, you can't be hoochie mama. Then you meet a real good guy.
Right.
Oh, I'm holier than thou. It don't work like that. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all some more tips. I'm trying to help y'all out. I'm just give y'all a couple more before we wrap up. But please quit posting all your people and boyfriends on social media. Your future husband may be watching that. Okay? Hey, Cardi B said it. I don't agree with all of Cardi B, but if you don't put a ring on it, girl, don't be putting him on your socials. Okay? I'm telling you, your future husband is watching it, and he may be like, nah, that's not the type of woman I want to put a ring on. So be careful what y'all post on social.
I might be old now. What I'm about to say, but I might really give away my age here, but it's not always attractive to be, to have, 85% skin shown.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That, a woman is beautiful in a dress. A woman is beautiful in high heels. You know what I'm saying? A woman is beautiful in a business suit. You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to be butt naked to attract somebody. So, girls, think about that. Carry yourself with some dignity. So real individuals will want to come and approach you. Because if you're just carrying yourself and 85% of your skin is showing, 85% of the men you're going to meet is going to only be interested in that 85%.
Hey, absolutely. Dave Chappelle said it best. He said,
What did he say?
He said, when you dress it like that, I mean, he ain't saying you a stripper, but that may be a stripper uniform, so you may be confusing. So ladies, please carry yourself with respect. And like I said, it's your body, your choice. You can do what you want to do. But like I always tell the ladies, if you're gonna get played, don't get played weak. Know the game, know what you're getting into.
Nothing more beautiful than a young, beautiful girl who carries herself with respect and dignity.
That's it. So I'm like, yeah, so look, man, what you got on your mind? As we wrap up, you know what I'm saying? We talked about a few things. We're gonna come right back at them and address a few things. But you got anything you gotta say as we wrap up?
You know, it's just a beautiful week. It's a beautiful Tuesday in Southern California, man. Go ahead to the library, get some work done. You know me, man. I'm a nerd. I'm a full-time nerd now, but it is what it is. But no, we've had some very interesting discussions. I really want to come back one day and revisit that basketball issue. You know, in terms of greatest of all time. I think that'd be a great discussion to have. Certainly, LeBron somebody is a name that's going to get thrown out there. You know, we gotta give your boy DT some time.
Yeah,
We gotta give him
absolutely.
But I will say this, Anthony, before we wrap up, something that I am not very happy about, right? I don't know if I agree with DEI and everything that the DEI brings to the table. And I certainly do like what Donald Trump has done so far in a lot of respects, but I'm a little bit skeptical about kind of this dismantling of like the progress we've made in our country in an attempt to suppress this DEI thing. I think that's something we need to think about moving forward. You know, something we might can bring up and talk about moving forward. But again, I'm a little concerned about his approach to removing some of those markers in our society that indicate the progress we've made. You know, the Jackie Robinson things and things like that. So that's something we have to be careful with. I'm very worried about with him in terms of this DEI because you know, removing DEI, that's one thing, but then we're all seem to be at the same time removing some of this racial progress we've made in this great country of ours, this beautiful country. Some people disagree that it might be great or not, but hey, it's offered me a lot of great opportunities, so I thank God for that.
Absolutely, and even hopping right onto that, as I wrap up my closing comments, respect, and it's important that we respect each other's differences, and it doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm independent. I work with Democrats and Republicans all the time. It don't matter if you're a Trump MAGA fan, a Biden fan, a Kamala fan. It doesn't matter, but it's important that we can agree that we can disagree. This is my brother right here. We got a couple different topics, you know, we disagree about, but we ain't mad at each other, you know, and that's still my brother. And that's what we have to get back to. Just because you may not like Donald Trump, we shouldn't be breaking up families. We got people not coming to family dinners because of who you voted for. Come on, guys, let's cut that out. We gotta respect each other's differences. I mean, as long as nobody threatening you, putting their hands on you, man, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Well, Anthony, I will say this to wrap it up, to kind of corroborate what you're saying, right? If we think about the Bible, we think about the Lord Jesus Christ, all the great lessons we can learn from that, right? He says, what are the greatest commandments? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, your soul, right? That's the first and greatest commandment. But along with that, love your neighbor as you love yourself. And and to me, I would say, let's focus on that. That first one that's a you, an individual thing. Love the Lord your God. But the next one, love your neighbor, that's an us thing. You know what I mean? So let's get back to being neighbors, man. Let's get back to loving each other. When has love become a bad idea? You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to that, man. Let's love our neighbor the way the Lord commands us to, and let's treat each other with the respect we all deserve. Because there's nothing greater than two brothers respecting and building and lifting each other up, man. And that goes for brothers of all ethnicities and races and cultures.
That's it, and I agree with that. And we're gonna end it right there on love and respect each other. Thank everybody for tuning in. We see y'all in a little bit. I'm Anthony Perry.
I'm Sean Garrett.
Appreciate y'all. We see y'all in a few.
See y'all in the next one.
All right.